Hey everyone, Indy here. Today I wanted to share with you a poem by Laurence Dunbar called We Wear the Mask. I first heard this poem when I was in college, and to me it represented the hypocrisy that mankind seems to inevitably fall into of portraying one image for others while concealing our true selves and keeping that more private. For decades now, we've seen that practice become more prevalent or at least more apparent through the mask of social media. We all have a tendency to share the highlight reels of our lives while masking our struggles, our insecurities, our deficiencies, and our more controversial opinions. The documentary The Social Dilemma revealed that artificial intelligence, by design, has actually been hard at work behind the scenes, herding us into virtual echo chambers while using Pavlovian tactics to keep us coming back for more of the info, the feedback, and the confirmation bias that we crave. Looking into Laurence Dunbar and this poem, I learned that this was written in 1895, and I thought about how amazing it is that we can so easily relate to people who lived 126 years ago. I also thought about how these are universal truths that have been used to manipulate and to control us, like we see so often today. Then I went on to read what Wikipedia has to say about Dunbar and this poem, and I honestly was discouraged because basically they took something that I had related to and that I had seen as something that was universal as a human truth and put a racial lens on it. So basically, and I'll link the Wikipedia link in the description of this video so you can go and read through all of what it says. But they basically said that Dunbar was a voice for the Black folk collective, that he was portraying the truths of what it was to struggle as a Black person. And then they also go on to say that he was saying that African Americans were only seen for their mask or through the mold that white society forced them to fill. Dunbar is expressing the idea of a double consciousness, which civil rights activists would later adopt. The metaphor of a mask also says that African Americans are preeminently commodities and marginally citizens, and that was according to the scholar Willie J. Harrell Jr. There's a lot more that Wikipedia has on their interpretation or other scholars' interpretations of this poem. But while many of us can relate to, maybe more than ever, to being preeminently commodities and marginally citizens at this point, I still hope that Dunbar was addressing more universal human truths than today's social justice lens that wants us to believe that that his focus was only on a more narrow view and a more narrow group of people. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll let you decide for yourselves and enjoy the poem. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. We wear the mask that grins and lies. It hides our cheeks and shades our eyes. This debt we pay to human guile. With torn and bleeding hearts we smile and mouth with myriad subtleties. Why should the world be overwise in counting all our tears and sighs? Nay, let them only see us while we wear the mask. We smile, but, O great Christ, our cries to thee from tortured souls arise. We sing, but, oh, the clay is vile beneath our feet, and long the mile. But let the world dream otherwise. We wear the mask.